the way like shit is just like so beautiful right now. I'm in this present moment right now, and I decided I was gonna go out for a bike ride on some like spontaneous shit. I wasn't even like planning this at all. I was just like, I took my lunch break, and then I'm like, yo, I kind of want to go outside. It's nice out today. And I'm like, yo, it would be cool if I could go out for a bike ride. So I did that. I went around. My tires was running low on air, so I went to like this bike shop that I found. I just like searched it up because I didn't know where there was a bike shop around here. And I went there. The guy let me use the pump out real quick to fill up my tires. So now I know where there's a bike shop when I need some like bike accessories. Like, best believe I'm decking out my bike. My bike is gonna be like litty. It's gonna have like everything it needs. It's gonna have my water bottle holder. It's gonna have everything that it needs. And then I wanted to spend time in nature too, because I haven't really like spent like intentional time in nature. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just go out to the park. At first I was gonna go to the river, but then that's when I realized that my tires was running like too low and I didn't want to risk it. So that's when I went to the bike shop. And then after I went to the bike shop, I just went to this park. And it's so beautiful today, yo. Like, it's so peaceful. It's just like, look, the sun is shining on, like, come on. It's such a beautiful ass day. And I'm just so grateful to be in this present moment. I'm so grateful to be here and to be able to sit on this grass by this tree. I got my bike with me, you know, this weather. Like, God is really so beautiful, yo. Like, the trees and the grass and the air and the wind, and even myself, it's like, it's all manifestations of God. Even the sun, especially the sun, it's like, it's all manifestations of God. And every time I see this, I just remember how beautiful God is and how much he loves us, because God literally blesses us with all of this abundance every single day. And sometimes people don't even realize it. Sometimes people forget that God is literally everywhere. God is with me. God is with you. Like, there's always a reason to be grateful, even when you might be going through a challenging time or whatever the case may be. Like, there's always a reason to be grateful. If you're feeling some kind of like anxiety or some kind of stress or whatever, if you can, like, try going to like a park or something, or if you have a backyard, go to like your backyard, or, you know, just walk around the block or something. Somewhere where there's like nature though, like somewhere where there's like trees and grass and whatever. Like, that can literally make such a difference. And just sit down in there in that present moment and just sit there in that moment and just enjoy the presence of not only yourself, but enjoy the presence of God, because God is literally with you always. I look at the trees and the grass and I'm like, yo, God is right here. I'm feeling the wind right now and I'm like, yo, God is right here. God is always here. And I love it. I'm really grateful for this moment. Another thing that's kind of crazy though too is like how I'm going on like my 3rd month without smoking. Like, it's been, I think the last time I really smoked like that was like in July. And that just goes to show, like, I don't need to depend on it in order to be happy, in order to find some kind of fulfillment or joy in my life. You know, I'm not judging nobody that's, you know, that still smokes or nothing like that. Like, I'm telling you, everybody's on their own journey, on their own unique journey. But again, I'm just really, oh shit. I'm just happy to be in this moment where it's like, I could be high off life and I don't need to depend on like smoking in order to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you could do the same thing too. Like, if you smoke and you like trying to not depend on it, you know, it's challenging, but it just takes steps to get there. In my experience, I had to gradually decrease my consumption, because if I just go like straight up cold turkey, it's gonna be like, whoa, like, what are we doing? Like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you smoke like every day and you smoke multiple times a day, you know, it takes some time. So instead of just going straight up cold turkey, you could like limit yourself. So let's say you smoke 3 times a day, once in the morning, once in the midday, and then once in the evening. You could like limit yourself to, okay, I'm not gonna smoke in the morning, but then I'll smoke, you know, maybe in the midday and maybe in the evening, and then gradually work your way down, right? I find it easier when I don't smoke early in the morning. I find it easier when I, like, if I do decide to smoke, like when I used to. It's a bug on my phone. I found it easier when I would just like leave it to like the end of the day or something, but not leave it too late, because one thing that was like, one thing that was bothering me was that it would affect my sleep, and that was a problem. Was that I would stay up like super late, and then when I did actually go to sleep, I felt like I never slept. I felt like my mind was always like wandering or something, and then I would wake up and I would feel like I never slept. So that was something that was like that was fucking with me, you know, it was fucking with my sleep. So ultimately when I ran out, I just didn't buy no more. And that's another thing too, like if you're trying to quit, do not have like a little stash or something just in case. Like, no, you have to like completely eliminate it out your inventory, completely eliminate it out your life. You can't have no little stash put away, because you might tell yourself like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna think about it, I'm not gonna whatever. But once you get to that point when it's like, damn, I really want to smoke, you know that it's there. You know that you got that little stash put away. Subconsciously, you already know that it's there. So you're going, like, it's very likely that you will fall into that temptation and you will go get. Whereas if you have to actually go through the whole process of like hitting somebody up and buying some, that's a whole different story, because you could stop yourself right there, you know? So that's what I did. Like, don't get me wrong, it was challenging. At first, it was very challenging because I always used to smoke like right after I ate. You know, some people smoke before they eat. Everybody's different. But I used to smoke after I ate. And so every time I would eat, especially like a big heavy meal, I would feel like, damn, yo, like, oh my God, like I need to, you know? And it took a while. It took the first week. I feel like the first week is the most challenging. The second week, it's just as challenging, but it's a little bit easier, because it's like you kind of like eliminating it. I feel like after the third and the fourth week, you good, in my opinion, in my experience. There's gonna be a couple times where you might kind of like think about it, and you might be like, damn, yo, like, should I smoke, or should I, you know, do this? Should I get some more? And at the end of the day, at that point, the choice is yours. I just chose not to buy no more. And in doing that, I just found other ways to find happiness within my day-to-day life. You know, one thing I was doing even while I was smoking was like meditating. You know, I meditated. I learned to like, you know, instead of relying on smoking, I started like taking walks, getting back into like my creative hobbies. Because that was one thing too, was that I used to think that in order for me to be creative, I needed to smoke to be creative. And don't get me wrong, it helps. Like, in my experience, it kind of did help me, but it also hindered me too. I would say that it helped me brainstorm ideas, but when it came to the actual like being disciplined and finishing something and seeing something all the way through, that's when it was hindering me, because, you know, I would smoke and I would get that first high and that motivation and whatever. But then after a couple hours, once the high comes down, you know, I feel like I gotta eat something or I gotta smoke again, you know? And then that's something that was like distracting me, because that takes time out of the day and it slows you down. So, you know, that's why I ultimately just decided, you know what, I'm just not gonna buy no more. I don't know how long I'm gonna, you know, be on this like not smoking anything journey. I'm just gonna see how long it goes. I'm not gonna put it out there that I'm not gonna set a specific amount of time. I'm gonna just go with the flow with it, and I'm gonna just refrain from it as much as I possibly can. so that I could keep myself in this state of mind where I'm at peace and I'm in the present moment. You know, there's nothing that I'm running away from. There's no pain that I'm trying to, you know, ease or anything like that. You know, again, everybody's different. Everybody has their own reasons for whatever, and that's perfectly fine. Again, no judgment. But at this point in my life, in this season, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm good right now. Like, I'm good. You know, life is good. You know what I mean? Like, life is good. Of course, I have desires and dreams and aspirations that I'm working towards. But again, it's all about the journey. And I'm learning to embrace the journey in all its different twists and turns and adventures and stuff. Like, it's fun. I've just learned to have fun with it and not stress so much about the little things and the big things too. You know, like, there's some big things, but it's, again, like, it's all good. I'm literally, like, just enjoying each day as most as I possibly can. I'm enjoying these nice hot days while we still have them, you know. That's why I was just like, yo, I gotta go out today because I don't know when we're gonna get weather like this again. So I had to come outside with it. Like, lately it's been getting kind of chilly, and I'm just like, yo, it's nice out today. I gotta enjoy the heat. I mean, it's cool. It's not even hot. It's cool. It's nice. Like, it's fresh. Está fresco. You go in the shade and it's a little fresquito outside. You know what I mean? So I'm embracing it and I'm loving it. So I encourage you to do the same. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.